Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and today we're gonna steep some tea. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to be trying these teas today. Earlier this month, Esty from Esteas contacted me over Instagram and asked me if I would be interested in trying some of her teas. When I went to her website and I looked at the teas, I was thrilled that she had contacted me. These are all teas that are traditional Chinese oolongs. And the best part about this is that not only is she a small woman-owned business, but this business was inspired because she is first generation Chinese American and she wanted to reconnect with her family heritage because her grandfather was a huge tea drinker. In fact, he enjoyed tea so much that apparently he consumed over 2 kilograms of oolong tea every single month, which is awesome. So let's try the teas. Typically, oolongs are brewed at 180 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit for anywhere between 60 seconds to 3 minutes, depending on the tea and your tastes. You can often do oolongs in a small pot, a gaiwan, or you can do a more Western style brewing in a teapot. Both ways you can do multiple infusions. However, Esty sent me along some additional instructions for these specific teas. So I decided to follow her instructions over what you would normally just brew an oolong at. So we actually steep these teas at a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius for 2 minutes. So this is the duck shit oolong, which I know, it's a crazy name and I just couldn't resist. I absolutely had to try this one. It's a very floral smell. It's very light. It's a very subtle floral taste. It's a sweet floral scent. The tasty notes on the duck shit oolong are floral, orchid, longan, honey, pear, sweet with slight astringency, almond, smooth and refreshing. I'm definitely getting more of that floral, and I can taste the honey and the pear and the orchid. That's nice. I could absolutely sip on that all afternoon, and I bet this would even be wonderful iced. This is the yellow Gardenia oolong. Now this is definitely toastier. It's very warm, rich toastiness, and I'm not really picking up on any floral notes. But again, it's just a very subtle, light toastiness that I'm really enjoying. Yeah, I was most wary about the yellow Gardenia because of how toasty. I find that with oolongs that this is more of what I think of when I think of an oolong is like this toasty note, but it's so subtle that it, you know, if this is what oolong is supposed to taste like, I am on board with it. Wow. So as someone who doesn't have very much experience with oolongs, and the few oolongs I have tried have not been my favorite, the fact that I have enjoyed all of these, I would absolutely buy any of these teas. So the yellow Gardenia oolong is a medium roasted oolong. The tasty notes include gardenia, plum, mandarin oranges, cucumber, woody, and earthy notes. So for me, I mainly get those earthy woody notes, but I can taste the floral of the Gardenia when I have it in my mouth. Again, it's a nice balance between the two. I don't feel like the Gardenia is overpowering in any way, but it definitely brings a balance to the toastiness of the tea. I think if you like a little bit more of floral notes in your tea, then the duck shit oolong is a great option for you. If you like a little bit more earthy tones, then the yellow Gardenia. And if you like more of just a classic tea, the Chinese red tea has you covered. I also decided to cold steep the honey orchid oolong. I've heard really great things about cold steeping oolongs and I've never done that. So I wanted to try it out with this one. When that is all ready to try, I will sit down with you guys again and we will try that one. So the honey orchid oolong, the leaves are darker in color because it's oxidized to a higher degree, and the tasting notes are honey, peach, orange blossom, squash, longan, medium roast, and refreshing. All right, you guys, so as promised, I am going to try some of the honey orchard oolong that I cold steeped for 6 hours. It smells wonderful, like a roasted honey. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. Oh, I like that a lot. This was really easy to steep. According to the directions that Esteas sent to me, I actually did this at room temperature for 6 hours. And I have a pitcher that I use that has a strainer at the top. And it's just real simple. You just fill it with filtered water, throw the tea in there, let it steep at room temperature for 6 hours. And then I actually put this in the refrigerator overnight and let it just be cold. This is wonderful. Well, I guess it turns out that I do like oolongs. I just didn't find the right oolongs for me. And Esteas was so kind to send over these samples for me in exchange for an unbiased review. And if you are a fan of supporting small businesses, women-owned businesses, and are a fan of oolongs, definitely check out Esteas teas. Her family story is amazing, and personally, as a black tea drinker, I really enjoyed the Chinese red tea, and that iced honey orchard oolong. If you're looking for a nice roasty, flavorful iced tea, that is definitely something to give a shot. So you can purchase 50 grams of the tea, and it comes in beautiful packaging, which is about 20 servings, and each serving can be steeped multiple times, depending on your brewing style. And if you're not ready to commit to a large purchase, you are also able to purchase all 4 samples of the tea for just $7.99 on her website. It's a 2.5 gram sample, and you get 1 of each, and it also includes a tea bag if you would prefer to steep with the tea bag. And Esteas was so generous that she also included a discount code for anyone who is interested in purchasing tea from her. When you check out, just use the code SteepingTime to receive 10% off your order. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have tried Esteas, let me know down below which one was your favorite. And if you are a fan of oolongs, give this video a thumbs up so I know where my oolong fans are. All right, you guys, thanks again for joining me, and cheers. Bye.